I have different.
I have a phone voice.
This is my true
my work
voice.
phone voice.
It might sound like a
And
sexy
then my
voice.
regular voice.
I have my work voice. I have my phone voice.
You have
and
a
I
mom voice.
Yes, and there's definitely a mom voice. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
now we're not talking about any of that shit. We're talking about the true voice. Now, in my true voice, let's move on to the first topic of the week. Who wants to get it? Who wants to help me out with that one?
What?
You right? You ready?
Doesn't matter.
You want?
Okay.
Joy, you
Joy,
got
you
Joy.
got
What is the first topic of?
Make it happen, Joy.
All right. Rings of Power. Am I just reading this whole section?
Yeah, that section right there.
Okay.
That's the read this right now because the show is live section.
Amazon boss Jeff Bezos thanked Lord of the Rings of Power showrunners Patrick McKay and John D. Payne at the UK premiere of the Amazon Prime video series on Tuesday night for ignoring his notes on the show. Every showrunner's dream, and I mean every showrunner, their dream is to get notes on scripts and early cuts from the founder and executive chairman, Bezos quipped while introducing the first 2 episodes of the series at the Odeon Luxe cinema in Leicester Square.
Mm-hmm.
They loved that. I need to thank you both for listening whenever it helped, but mostly I need to thank you for ignoring me at exactly the right times.
Gotta give him that. I mean, seriously, gotta give him that.
So what are you guys' thoughts on that? So Rings of Power is coming up. Is that what tomorrow? Or no, tonight. I think they're playing. They're playing it tonight.
Is it tonight?
I think they're playing it tonight at like at 8 o'clock. Remember, I messaged you when I
it's
said
8 o'clock. Yes,
yeah.
yes, you're right. You're right.
So they're playing it tonight at 8 o'clock, Central Standard Time, which is like 9 o'clock New York time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's that, 6 o'clock or PST time, whatever. Mountain time, 7 o'clock. So now you're covered. I am hearing that the first episode, now this is like the pre-show little reviews that have come out. The first episode is a little slow, is what I'm hearing.
Okay.
But it does pick up. It does good at setting stuff up, but it does pick up by episode 2. Now, Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones are obviously compared a lot. So with episode 1 and 2 of Lord of the Rings, of Hot D being so well received,
Yeah.
my question is, how do you think this is going to
So
work
I
out
really don't
for?
think they're the same. I don't think they can be compared.
They're compared a lot.
I know, but I don't think they can be because to me they're just such 2 different types of storylines that
Mhm.
it just is an unfair comparison. You know that whole stupid saying apples to oranges sort of
Right.
thing, cheesy
Right.
but accurate in this scenario. I am a little intrigued by how it's going about the rumors of it being slow, but you also have to look at a lot of the Game of Thrones started off slow.
Game of Thrones did
And
start
it
off slow.
built to this really intricate, amazing storyline. So I think and honestly, if we're talking about the Lord of the Rings movies,
Mhm.
to me, those started out slow as well.
Right.
So, and then it built to this
I have to
extravagant
say,
thing.
I don't watch those.
You don't watch
I'm
those?
sorry, what was that?
I don't watch those.
She doesn't watch
Like
those.
she feel like she's gonna get in trouble for saying that out loud. Like no, speak up. Yes, say it with your chest. You know,
Say with your chest.
like the Lord. So the Lord. I mean, I never read the books or anything like that. I wasn't into Lord of the Rings when it first came out, but I went to the movies and I saw it. I enjoyed it. I watched all the Lord of the Rings stuff. I watched all the Hobbits. I'm still debating on, because I love Game of Thrones so much. But you know what? Even though I feel like I like Game of Thrones more than Lord of the Rings, I still, but I love what's his name? That like the Precious, like
Oh,
this,
gosh.
all like the Return of the Kings was brilliant. So at first I was thinking I'm not gonna watch Rings of Power. I don't.
You really
I
thought-
was thinking I wasn't gonna watch it. Then the assholes online started to, why is that elf black? And I'm like, oh, now I'm definitely gonna support and watch this shit now and stuff because I get so mad at that
That's
stuff.
stupid.
So it might be dumb for me to be like, oh, I'm watching this just to hurt
not
the
dumb at
feelings
all.
of those assholes that want to make
Make
everything
stupid
about
comments. Yeah,
everything
make
about
stupid comments.
elves are only supposed to be blonde and blue-eyed. Like, well, this elf has an afro, so
You mean a mythic character is
I don't
only
like-
supposed to be
Yeah.
this
A
made
mythical
up thing?
being.
yeah,
Yes,
Ariel
Can't
from
make it up anymore.
Exactly.
yeah, what was it? Ariel from the Little Mermaid.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that.
She can't be black. All mermaids are white. It was
Right.
like there was a
Because
marine
they exist and we know
biologist.
this.
Yeah.
There was a marine biologist that broke the science down. No tech. Like one of a sea creature that one of the sea creatures that is on the ocean floor that can go like further than most animals. Their blubber and where their skin is pitch black. Like, so your whole, because they're not getting sunlight.
Yeah.
That no. So
I'm sorry.
but we're arguing about mermaids and
It's a
elves
freaking-
and
It's a fucking made up character. It's
Yeah.
a made up thing.
Yeah.
Let's make up whatever we want.
black people don't exist. That's how they want. That's how they like it.
It's so stupid. This is the most stupid thing to argue about and to complain about. It's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
So-
Nixon B wants to know, do we think that this will have the same amount of viewers as the Hot D? I don't think so.
I don't think so as well.
Well, for one, HBO is known for quality stuff.
Yeah.
And Amazon Prime, even though they do come up with a bunch of great stuff, there's still kind of a little stigma
Well,
about
it's
where
been
the
a long
level.
time since we've had Lord of the Rings movies.
That's what I was gonna say. It's not as relevant.
Fresh in people's-
Yeah, it's not as fresh.
It's not because
People already didn't get everything they wanted from the ending of
Yeah.
uh,
Game of Thrones.
thank you.
Game of Thrones.
So
2
they were
minutes,
ready for a
Yeah.
whole new
Like this
series.
was kind of like a redo
Yes, because
for
they were
that.
like,
yeah.
it didn't end the way, we didn't get that ending, even though I didn't watch it. I did not hear the uproar of
Yeah.
it, of
How
it,
could you not?
of it not ending exactly the way people
Don't get my
wanted it to be.
yeah.
So
Don't get my wife started about how black elves are better than
I definitely think they were ready to see some more.
Smeagol. Yeah,
Dragons
thank you,
and-
amateur
Let's
random
get something
dude.
new in here.
Amateur random dude. He reminded me of Smeagol. That was
Yes, you were correct.
the princess.
Oh my gosh. No, but I agree with you 100% because I think that is definitely helping the whole hot D
Yeah.
aspect of things. I do think
I'm gonna clip that, by the way.
you really, you're really good at that, dude. So we could do this all day.
That's what Captain said. That's what the captain said, right?
Yeah, well, the captain had what, one time?
All right. Let's move on. We're not gonna get on that. My theory about him being a super premature ejaculator is still valid. I feel like the cat. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is about. We're not.
We're going completely off
What we're talking about? The cock ring of power. Go ahead. The spit take is what I'm going for.
He's so close. Anywho.
That's what she said.
She does say that all the time. I think one of the things that Lord of the Rings has is, I think, a longevity to it. It has a fan base that goes back substantially and over time in that aspect. I think it's and I could be wrong in this, but I do think that Lord of the Rings is a little more mainstream than Game of Thrones and their concept, but
I would think so. Yeah, because the book is older, right?
I think the book is older.
Mhm.
Now, granted, I could be wrong, but I feel like this is right.
Mhm.
And so, I think that'll help it in the longevity of it. But I'm just curious. I'm more excited to see how it goes. I haven't, of course, watched it. I need to watch it when it comes out tonight. But I'm intrigued. So
Yeah,
we'll see
I'm
how
looking
it
forward
goes.
to it. And
Yeah.
one other thing that came out in regards to this is the. Oh, you know what? Am I wrong? Should I have brought it up at the top of the show? Which one was the show where the directors, the showrunner quit? Was it for Lord of the Rings or was it for House of Dragons? I think it was for House of Dragons.
Was
I
it
forgot.
for House of Dragons?
I should have brought it up earlier. The main showrunner for House of Dragons is quitting. But I forgot to bring it up, so it's not. But the early reviews, I've stayed away from them for the most part. For for. No, we were talking about. We were talking about Ring of Power. We were talking. Okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm confusing them two in real time.
It's okay. It happens.
Sorry, we're talking about Ring of Power.
Ring of Power, yes.
Okay, we were talking about Jeff Bezos.
Well, the Jeff Bezos was just saying that he needed to shut his mouth and he was appreciative.
I remember now.
Shut his mouth.
His Jeff Bezos' son was
Yes.
also quoted on
Yes.
telling him, like, because he's such a huge Lord of the Rings fan, do not F this up, Dad. Please, I know you're the boss. So that was the conversation I really wanted to get into about, like, I want to say, not like studio interference. Marvel is accused of this a lot. Like DC is definitely, Warner Brothers is definitely accused of
I
this a
think
lot.
DC's accused of
With
it
the whole
more
Justice
than-
League.
Yeah, everything.
So with Jeff Bezos giving show notes, I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like you weren't doing this shit for what's the other Amazon show that we love so much? The Marvelous Miss Maisel. You're not giving show notes for the Marvelous Miss Maisel. Why?
That show is perfect.
Your job, yes. Your job, you own Amazon. I get it. You built the house. Let the professionals do their job. Like,
know your tools, know what they can do. Let the hammer the nail. Let the screw the screw.
so many sound bites. Just like who said that?
But
Right?
if you got a
Nixon
toolbox,
B. So many sound
yeah,
bites.
if you got a toolbox and you know that you got those tools in there, let the tools do their job and know what your tools can do and allow them to do their job. That's the best way to own a business, manage a business, and work it. Is if you've got your tools, let the tools do what they're supposed to do. Don't try to hammer a screw. It's not gonna work.
Right. Everything's a nail to a hammer, but but that's my point. What?
We're dying.
What happened? Unprofessional. So, I'm just glad that obviously they didn't listen to him. Let your producers do their thing. I mean, Marvel is real big on, no, you think it's DC. No, it's actually Marvel. Kevin Feige runs a tight ship.
Really?
I mean, Kevin Feige lets his directors do their thing, but he also sets the ground rules first. It's like, this is from point A to point B. This is what the movie has to do.
He's creating the expectation from the beginning.
But-
I think what the problem is coming into play is when people step in after all this work is coming in, and they're like, "Well, I don't like A, B, C, D, E, F, G," and then
Then they try to change shit.
they're trying to change
Yeah,
it
yeah.
after the fact when they could have been communicating about this all in the beginning. So I think that's where he's coming in. He's like, "I thank you for ignoring me where I needed to be ignored, and then also hearing what notes I had because." Probably he was coming in at the wrong time.
I'm pretty sure they ignored every note. Like, dude, just make sure my damn package gets there on time. We got this movie making or TV show making shit done. Don't worry about it. But guys, let us know what you guys think about the whole thing about Jeff Bezos giving show notes to his showrunners for the upcoming Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power. Did you watch the review? Have you already been one of the select few to have seen the show before it comes out tonight? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, what you thought about the show, and we're going to talk more about it as the show comes out. I'll try my best not to compare it to the Hot D. But the Ring and the Hot D, that joke is right there.
The Ring and the Hot D is absolutely there.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, how can I ignore that shit, right? I can't do it. I
They go
can't.
hand in hand.
They do go hand in hand.
I mean, yeah. Could you pass the ring to me? Easy.
Oh, there's so much.
So many jokes. All right, let's move. Let's run down the rest.